Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Anthony Vijay. Today we are going to discuss about the dynamic memory allocation in C programming. So in this session we will be going to discuss about what is the reason they have introduced this concept and what is dynamic memory allocation, and finally what are the predefined functions are available in it. So first of all I will tell you the reason of introducing this concept. For example, I am taking an array of size 10. If I want to add 15 elements in it, that is not possible. At the same time, if I want to add only 5 elements in it, 5 more spaces are wasted. In order to avoid these two problems, they have introduced this concept. When I talk about DMA, it means dynamic memory allocation. It will create a memory according to our need, either 5 elements or for 50 elements. Okay, so in this DMA, we will be having 4 important predefined functions, that are malloc, calloc, free, and finally realloc. So these 4 library functions are available in stdlib.h. It is standard library.h. Without this header file, these 4 functions are invalid. So we have to include this header file before using these functions. So let me see one by one. First of all, I will be going to explain about malloc. Malloc means memory allocation. It will create a single large block of memory. Here initialization is not possible, so we will not access the element in the memory location. This is one of the drawback in malloc. Now we are going to see the syntax of malloc. We have to read this from right to left. So in the right we are having byte size. In order to find the size, we have to use size of predefined function. So here I am using integer data type. So size of integer is 4 bytes. So here n is number of elements. So here I have mentioned 100. It means 100 elements. 100 into 4 bytes, it is 400 bytes of block will be created for storing purpose. After that, that whole block will be converted into integer block. Then only we can store integer values in it. Finally, that value will be moved to pointer. This is what a syntax for memory allocation. So let me see the explanation about malloc through code blocks IDE. So here I am going to include the header file, include stdio.h. Then I want to include standard library.h also. After that, I want to include the main function. So inside the main function, I need variable n for number of elements, then I for I am going to use for loop in it, then one pointer variable ptr. So 3 variables I am declaring here. First of all, I am going to use printf, enter the number of elements, end with semicolon. Now I am going to give the input through scanf. I am using %d here. Then I am using ampersand n for getting the input for number of elements. Now I am going to create a memory block. So for that I am using pointer variable, and I am going to typecast it in terms of integer data type. Then only we can add the integer data in it. Then I am using malloc predefined function. So inside that I am going to mention variable n int size of int. Okay, this is what the process for creating a memory block. Now I am going to use the decision making statement for checking whether the condition is null or not. For that I am using ptr equal to null. For that I am checking. Okay, I am using printf. If the ptr is null, memory is not allocated. Okay, this is what the concept. Then I am going to use else block for it. In this else block I am going to use printf memory is created, okay, semicolon. Then I am going to use for loop for storing values. Int I equal to 0, I less than n number of elements, then plus plus I. Here I am using pointer of I. It means I am going to store value based on index. For that I am using I plus 1. It means the value for first element is 1 and for the next element is 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. If I mention the size of an element is 5. Okay, so after that I am going to use once again for loop for printing those elements. Again int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Here I am going to use printf statement to print all the elements. Percentage d. Okay, before that I am using slash n for getting the output line by line. So here I am using ptr of I. Okay, end with the semicolon. So this is what the process. Now I run the code. So it is asking enter the number of elements. So here I am giving 5. It means the value for n is 5. The for loop will be executed for 5 number of times. Okay, it means it will be storing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we will see the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So memory is created and we will get the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what called as memory allocation, malloc. Okay. Next we are going to discuss about calloc method. So calloc means contiguous memory allocation. It will allocate memory in an order based. Here initialization is possible. So here index value starts with a 0 and at the same time here separate memory block will be created for all the elements. So in calloc it is having two parameters. When I talk about malloc, it will only pass only one parameter. So let me see the syntax for calloc. When I talk about syntax of calloc, we have to again read from right to left. So in this calloc we are having two parameters. The first parameter is number of element, that is n. Here for example I have mentioned 25 and element size. In order to find the size we have to use size of method. Here the data size will be float. Okay, so the size of float is 4 bytes and 25 into 4 it is 100 bytes will be created. Here 25 elements, so totally 4 bytes of memory will be created separately. So no problem, no collision will be happening. Finally we are converting back to float, then only the float values will be stored in it. Finally we are storing back to pointer variable. Let me see the explanation about calloc through CodeBlocks IDE. So when I talk about calloc, we have to replace this malloc with calloc. So we have to consider n comma, okay, n comma size of integer. So all the other process will be same. Memory is created by, we have to say calloc. Okay, no other changes. Okay, so same process and no other changes. Just I running this and we will get the answer as, so same I am giving 5 elements. So memory is created by calloc 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what the concept of calloc. So now we are going to see about free of method. So free of means it will deallocate the memory. It means remove the unnecessary memory. Usually when I talk about malloc and calloc, it occupies some memory during the certain task. After the task has been completed, so this particular free of method will call and remove the unnecessary spaces. For that purpose only we are using. So when I talk about syntax for PTR is free of PTR. So let me see the explanation about it through CodeBlocks IDE. So here I am going to mention two memory allocation methods. So first I am going to mention malloc and then calloc. For that I need two pointer variables, star PTR and star PTR1. Okay, so star PTR for malloc. Okay, I am changing here malloc and here I am mentioning n star. After that PTR1, okay, equal to same content int star typecasting, then calloc contiguous memory allocation n comma size of int. Okay, so this is the way we have to create a memory through calloc. Okay, now I am going to check for whether the PTR, whether the memory is null or not. Okay, so here we are having two pointers, PTR and PTR1. So I just go for OR conditions here, and for ptr1 I am going to check whether it is null or not. Okay, so I am again checking for ptr1 also. So if the ptr or ptr1 is null, memory is not allocated right now. So usually this block will not be executed. We go for else block. So in this else block, I just going to remove all those things. So in the else block, I am going to typing memory is successfully created by malloc. Okay, so I am typing like this. After that, I am using free of ptr. Okay, so just I am going to use, once the memory is created, once the process is over, I just make use of that particular pointer variable to remove the space. The same thing. Okay, once I use this, once again I type the printf statement, memory is released from malloc function. Okay, I end with semicolon. The same thing will be repeated for pointer 1 also. So once again I type printf. So here I am using slash in every line, otherwise we will not get the proper output. So printf slash n memory is successfully created by calloc. Okay, end with semicolon. So here I am using free of ptr1. For calloc, the pointer variable is ptr1. End with the semicolon. Then I am once again using printf. Once we call this free of, the memory will be released. Okay, memory is released from calloc. So this is what the concepts. Okay, so I have mentioned like this. So now I go for run. So again it is asking the number of elements. I just giving 5. It will create a memory location. At the same time, it will remove spaces also. See, first of all, memory is allocated by malloc using this malloc function. Then using this free of ptr, the memory is released. Then same for calloc function, memory is allocated. Again through free of ptr1, it is released. This is what the concept of free of function. Next we will be going to see about reallocation. So what is meant by reallocation? So reallocation is usually used for if the size is not enough for storing purpose. At that time we will go for this method. For example, if I need 10 more elements to add, at the same time we will not have some space. So for that purpose we have to use this method. Let me see the syntax for reallocation. So here in reallocation also we will be passing 2 parameters. So first parameter is pointer parameter. The second one is how much memory you need extra, that we have to mention. And finally we are stored back to ptr. So let me see the explanation through code blocks IDE. I am just remove one pointer variable here. So I just going to take care of calloc only. I just change ptr1 to ptr. Okay, now I just remove this. In the else block, memory is successfully created by calloc here. Okay, I just remove all the other thing. Okay, so here in this example we are dealing with only one pointer, because for reallocation purpose we need only one pointer. So here I am taking calloc method. So here we are passing 2 parameters. Here we have n is a number of elements. Here we can mention any number of elements, no problem at all. In the decision making statement we have mentioned whether the pointer is null or not. If it is null, the memory is not created, it means not allocated. Now I go for else statement. In this else statement, first of all we have to mention the memory is successfully created by calloc. After that I just go for for loop to store those elements. So I am going to start with I equal to 0, I less than n plus I. Okay, so I am using pointer of I equal to I plus 1, so semicolon. Okay, so it means I am going to store value like 1, 2, 3 and all for every index. After that I am going to print those values. For that I am using printf the elements are end with semicolon. Now I am going to use for loop to print those elements. So I am starting with I equal to 0, I less than n plus I. Then I am going to use printf statement to print those elements. I am using %d comma ptr of I semicolon. Now it will print the element. So now I am going to mention what is your new size of memory location. For that, once again I am typing printf enter the new size of memory, then I end with the semicolon here. So here I am using scanf to get the value. I am using %d then ampersand n. Now I am going to get those elements. For that I am using for. I am starting with 5 because already 5 elements are there. So I starts with 5. So I less than n then plus I. Same thing, ptr of I equal to I plus 1. Okay, this is what. Now I am going to print all the elements. So for that I am using printf the total elements are so here I am going to use for loop. I am starting with 0 to n. Now the value of n will be more than 5. So plus I here. Now I am using printf /n %d comma ptr of I. So it will print out all the elements in it. Okay, this is what the concept. So in this reallocation process, here I am taking only one pointer and I am taking calloc method process. So here I am passing two parameters. N is number of element. Second one is size of integer. It means the size of integer is 4 and if the number of element is 5, so 5 into 4 is 20 bytes will be allocated. So I am going to check whether it is null or not. If it is null, it will show you memory is not allocated. Then I go for else statement. In this else statement we can say it as the memory is created by the calloc. Now I am going to store the elements, those 5 elements. For that I am using for loop. So I is equal to 0 to n. If the value of n is 5, the for loop will be executed for 5 number of times. So it will store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. After that I am going to print those 5 elements. So for that I am using /n %d here. So it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. So in this printf statement I am mentioning the new requirement of memory so that I get the input through n. If the new value of n is 10, it will take 10 elements actually, but here in this for loop I am starting with 5. Already 5 elements are there, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I start with 5. It means it will store 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again this for loop will be executed for 5 more number of times. Finally I am printing all the 10 elements line by line. This is what happening. So in this reallocation process, if you need extra space, we can create by reallocation. Okay, see the output of it. So initially I am mentioning the number of element is 5. Memory is created and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and I am giving the new sizes, it is 10. It is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10. So this is what. So initially it was 5. While using reallocation method, we have created 5 more extra space. This is what called as dynamic memory allocation. Guys, if you're having any queries in the session, just mention in the comment box. I will clarify your doubts, and if you want to take any new topics, you just mention in the comment box. I will take in the upcoming sessions. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you very much for watching.